these headphones get smaller?
This feels so humongous.
I don't know.
There's nothing
They
wrong.
feel smaller.
They could be. Maybe your head grew.
Maybe.
Are you having trouble fitting through doors?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there we go.
My head's the size of a doorway now.
That'd be tough.
Who do you think was the first one to be like, you know how all these entryways arches? What if rectangle? Do you think they were ostracized for that opinion?
No, I think it was a brilliant idea. They're like, rectangles
Well,
are easier to make than
but
circle.
like brilliant ideas not always celebrated in their time.
No, but I think that one was.
Okay.
It's a rectangle. Phew, God,
Nailed
sleek.
it. Got it in one.
Sleek.
Okay.
Enough this Tolkien ass circle door shit.
Yeah. How do you think it started with full circle door, just because that's the shape trees are, and then someone was like, well, what if we just make it a little nicer? And
Yeah, people are taller than that. So we gotta increase that.
Because if you're doing full circle door, you gotta get large trunk.
That's one big tree.
And then they were like, all right, we'll just do square.
Probably came from Minecraft, actually.
Oh yeah.
Something along those lines, right?
Yeah.
It had to,
That's the start.
because squares didn't exist before then.
No. Minecraft actually, video games of the 80s and 90s looked like modern video games until Minecraft came out, and then they wanted to copy them. And so time travelers retroactively made them look 8-bit, 16-bit.
Yeah. For the aesthetic.
Yeah. It's so fun that can be like an aesthetic choice now.
Yeah.
Make it look bad like it used to.
Yeah, come on.
Have you seen any footage of the video game Stray?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah? What do you think?
Looks goofy and fun.
Uh-huh.
I think the best feature is you can pet a cat as a cat.
I've seen just a bunch of videos of people who've been playing the game, and their cats will just go right to the TV. And they're just absolutely mesmerized by it. And I say, well, that's how you know it's a good game. When the cats think the cat game is good,
Good cat.
good game.
Good cat, good game.
Welcome back
Big
to
Cat.
Big Cat Comedy, a serious podcast.
We finally, or a very serious podcast.
Uh-huh.
We finally got into cats.
Yeah, we had dog episode last time.
Yeah.
I don't think this is going to be a cat episode, though.
No.
No.
We don't care that much about cats.
No. I'm Harry James Miller.
And I'm Neil Van Cleet, IBS Warrior.
How's your week? Or how have your weeks been? It's been a minute.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't done this in a year. But it's only been 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks, yeah.
And we've done that before, but this feels like such a long hiatus.
Yeah, I don't know why. I feel the same way. Have you done a lot? Is that why it feels like it's been so long?
What did I do? I created a clay cactus in a 10-gallon hat, and his 10-gallon hat was as big as him.
Nice.
That was fun. Called him
Nice.
Prickly Pete.
Uh-huh.
What else have I done? Re-downloaded Pokemon Go. I don't have a debit card, and I haven't for... What is today?
Today's...
I haven't for about 21 days.
Okay. Is it because it expired and you just need to get a new one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I contacted my bank, and they said, oh, we had the wrong address. I said, oh, okay, that's not that... here's the new one.
Uh-huh.
They said, well, it's going to take 2 weeks to process that new address. I said, that sucks, but I guess I'll live with that. And then they said, it's going to take 7 to 10 days after those 2 weeks to deliver you the new card.
Wow.
So I think I'm in that 7 to 10 day period.
Yeah, you're in that window, yeah. Or is it 7 to 10 business days?
It very well could be.
Because if that's the case...
I'm never getting a new card.
It's
Like,
even
I'm going to have to
longer.
live off of cash.
Yeah. How can you even get cash if you don't have a card?
That's the thing. That's the thing, ain't it?
It's just so... These are modern problems.
It truly sucks. Like, fortunately, Venmo links directly to a bank account.
Uh-huh.
So, like, I can Venmo people still and say, hey, get this for me.
But
I can't just, like, go out and do something.
like normal everyday tasks.
God, it's so irritating.
Yeah.
And for 21 days I've been dealing with it. That's too long.
Yeah.
To just not be able to,
How are there banks in the modern era where it takes 14 days to change an address?
Right. To process all that that's not that much.
Yeah, like it feels like it should just be a text box that gets filled in.
I understand if it would take like a few days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
You
gotta there's a bunch of stuff to enter, and I understand if you can't get to it right that second. 2 weeks?
That's quite a while for one new piece of information.
So I guess I've learned my lesson.
Never move.
Never move, or as soon as I move, hey, this is... Change it now. Right now. Or the third thing I've learned, don't use a bank that's only in Colorado.
Yeah, that's probably the real lesson here.
But it's such a pain in the ass to switch banks. Like, unnecessarily difficult.
Yeah.
So I'm stuck with the Colorado bank for right now.
For at least until you get
until
your
I
new
move
card.
again and get really pissed off.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been up to. Living without a working piece of plastic worth a lot of money.
With a
your
varying amount of money. My week's been good.
Your weeks.
I watched a lot of stuff.
Yeah, what'd you watch?
I watched a play called 53% of.
Okay.
It's a play in 3 parts. It's called 53% of because 53% of white women famously voted for Donald Trump.
Okay.
So it's in 3 parts. The first part takes place before his inauguration in 2016. The second part is during the inauguration, like it's on the TV, and the third part is after. And it follows 3 different groups of people, all played by the same cast. So it starts with like this women's group who are like a bunch of pro-Trump moms, and they're discussing him coming to speak to their kids for something or other, and then a new woman comes to the group, and she's like real rural.
Okay.
So the moms are like upper middle, upper class white people. Vote Republican for tax break reasons.
Okay.
And so then the like conservative woman comes in. She's got like a sweater with a Confederate flag on it. And so, you know, that's like there's a little bit of tension there because they're like, I don't think that like that's something necessarily to be proud of, and like I don't want people to think that our group thinks that that's cool, and blah 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 blah. And it like so instantly, I recognized a lot of the people. Like you're so like, oh, that's like that person who I grew up with. That's like that person who I grew up with. And just like the way that they insult each other is so fun because it's never direct. It's always like a little jab from the side that like is the words themselves. None of them are mean, but the way that they're presented is very, very biting.
Okay, I'm sure that's fun to act.
Yeah, it was a great comedy. And so that's the first part, and then the second part, they all turn into the husbands of those people. And like most of the costume changes take place on stage. So like they'll add like a Patagonia fleece on top of what they're wearing, or like the person who was in the sweater just like took that off and was wearing a flannel and a wife beater underneath. And so then there was that, and they were talking about like, they weren't directly talking, but like they were doing displays of masculinity, like trying to open a beer bottle with your teeth.
Yeah.
And then it gets into like discussions of like age of consent stuff, and it turns out that one of the husbands has been cheating on the wife with like their housemaid, and then he's like, but it's okay because when she was crying about it, I put my hand on her leg and she was just so vulnerable that she ate that shit up, and like talking about that.
Nice.
And then it turns out that one of the other husbands has been fucking one of the kids at the high school that all of their kids go to.
Wow.
And they're like, well, she is 18, so it's all good, right? And one of them's like, no, I can't be associated with this. But he's being pretty hypocritical because he was talking about like how much he would, but then as soon as someone did, so it's all a mess there. And then the third part is a bunch of like yuppies in Brooklyn, talking. They're like a bunch of feminists talking about how much they're doing the work, and you know they're listening. And there's this one point where they're like doing I don't even know they're like saying some sort of like a chant where they're all just like looking in the mirror and then just going, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And like they're not actually doing anything to
productive,
help.
yeah.
Yeah. They are willing to give up nothing
Yeah.
in their personal life or their public life in order to lead to some sort of progress.
Right.
But they want so badly for people to know how much they care. And so that's very funny because, again, I know a lot of those people too.
Yeah.
And it was super, super like the commentary was really good. That like beginning portion, I wasn't expecting it to touch on class dynamics as much as it did, but it did. And that was great. And it was throughout the whole thing. It was so funny. It was so funny. It was great. The other thing that I watched that I don't know if you've seen is The Rehearsal.
No, don't even know what it is.
So you're familiar with Nathan Fielder and Nathan For You?
Yeah.
So it's a new show on HBO. So
Okay.
that Comedy Central budget is now an HBO budget.
Good.
And it's what it is he put out an ad on Craigslist that was like, if you have a confession or a confrontation or some big dramatic life thing coming up, please submit a video submission. So what it is, at least the first episode, there's someone who has like a group of trivia friends that he does regular trivia nights with.
Yeah.
And everyone in that group has a master's degree, and he doesn't.
Okay.
But everyone in the group thinks that he does. So he's going to tell one of the people who like he's afraid of the reaction. Everyone else he knows is going to be like okay with it, but he's telling the one person who he's not sure. So that's like the premise is him getting ready to do that. But what Nathan has done is he constructs an entire fake bar. That is the bar that he's going to have this like confession with the friend, and it's like literally there's actors hired to play the friend, and they have the actress meet the friend in real life, and they like have conversations together so that the actress can like see how this person works. And it just like slowly as it unravels, you're like, oh, this is like almost serial killer-esque levels of deception going on here.
Yeah.
And it turns out that when Nathan first was going to meet the person who
Was going to make the confession?
Yeah, when he was first going to meet that guy, he built a fake set of that guy's apartment and had an actor hired to play the guy who doesn't have the master's degree, and rehearsed over and over again every interaction and like every permutation of it. And it's just like slowly around, you're like, what the fuck is going on? But it's so good. The editing on it is great. There's like a couple times where Nathan will say something and then the person will respond, and then he'll say it in the rehearsal and the person will respond, or like the rehearsal actor will say something and then the real person will say the same exact thing, and you're like, he's got him right where he wants him. and it just like unfolds itself so beautifully. I can't wait for the next episodes, but it's like it's ridiculous.
It sounds pretty ridiculous.
It's some of the best television I've ever seen. Like the actress who plays the friend, fucking killed it.
Yeah.
She like you see the friend one time and you're like, okay, and then you see the actress and you're like, oh, she's nailing it, and then you actually see them in the bar talking to each other and you're like, oh my god, she deserves an Emmy for her. She was phenomenal. She's so good.
Spot on.
She was great.
Yeah.
But I highly recommend The Rehearsal. It's only 6 episodes.
Okay.
Only the first one's out as of now. It comes out on Friday. So by the time this episode Big Hat Comedy's out, the second one will have been out. But I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
But very good. Very good. I also watched the first Zombies movie. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
No.
It's... you know how Disney always has, there's a boy and a girl, and they're from different social cliques in high school.
Yeah.
It's that, but the boy's a zombie.
Okay.
And so...
And the girl's regular?
She is a pretty regular girl, but...
She likes zombies.
Her hair's a slightly different color, so she has to wear a wig to cover that up.
What color is it?
Like white. She's got white hair.
Okay.
And so it's like throughout the whole movie, she's like, I'm just as oppressed as this class of people who like is brutalized by the police and has mandated curfews and is segregated to a certain part of town because my hair's a different color.
Damn, sounds a lot like my debut in a musical.
Yeah.
Zombie Prom.
That's what when I first saw it advertised, I was like, is this Zombie Prom? But there's no prom in Zombies, so I'm assuming it's not. It would be funny if Zombie Prom, there's no prom that happens in it, but I'm assuming there is a prom that happens in Zombie Prom.
There is a prom.
Okay. I thought so.
It's definitely not the main thing.
Fixture?
Yeah.
Okay. But there is a prom that happens as opposed to no prom.
Yeah, Zombie Prom and Zombies does sound very similar.
Similar.
Except the girl doesn't have white hair. I mean, I guess she could, but it's not a pivotal plot point.
My favorite part of it is one of the zombies advocates for like armed revolution.
Hell yeah.
And they get this close to doing it, and like in my head I'm like, this is a Disney movie. So surely they're not going to say that like the only way to enact systemic change is violence upon the oppressor class. But at the same time, they kept getting closer and closer and closer. I was like,
Disney would have a big problem though if they supported that.
So then at the end of the day, they do a big cheerleading number, and that's what makes zombies accepted into human society.
Got it. So this high school girl is a necrophiliac.
I don't know that it's a necrophiliac, because zombies are people too in this universe.
But they're dead.
I don't think they're dead, because they like do regular zombies like still age like people?
No, they're. I
guess the zombies
they're
in
rather
this
undead.
age like people. They
age like, so they're not zombies.
No, they are. They're zombies. That's what the movie's
So are you
called.
born a zombie?
Yeah. Zombies have sex with each other, and then a baby zombie pops out.
Damn. So if this girl and this zombie boy have a baby, is that child just born into purgatory immediately?
I don't know. I don't know how interracial relations work. Also, at one point, he just looks like a human.
Oh, what'd he do? Put some concealer on?
No, they've got these things called Z-bands.
Z-bands.
Which they're like a little wrist thing that you have to wear.
Tech.
Yeah, it keeps zombies from like acting out on their desire to eat brains. And it also removes their super strength.
Oh.
There's 3 things about zombies in this universe.
Eat brains,
super strength, fear fire.
Oh, they fear fire.
We're talking Night of the Living Dead rules.
Okay.
But
they're not undead. Or
I
so it
don't
sounds.
think so. I don't fully remember the beginning of the movie, but I think they were like, damn, there were some chemicals that went off, and now some people are kind of different.
Oh, so they're mutants, not zombies.
I think that's what it is.
I'd say every other iteration of zombies. Zombies change a little bit here and there, but I'd say every other iteration of zombies, they are undead. They were once dead, and now they're
back.
But this version of zombies, no, huh?
No, I don't, because I don't think that Homeboy died ever. Our main character. Also, like, the first 3 zombies you meet all have Z names. So I was like, oh, is every zombie gonna have a Z name? Because they're gonna run out real quick and have to start making shit up, and that's gonna be great. They don't all have Z names. I was so disappointed.
Damn it.
Or
you just throw a Z in front of a name.
Yeah, you do like Zamantha, Zakayla, Zuzana.
Oh, Zuzana.
Won't you cry for me? I come from Alabama, and I might be a zombie.
So what are the first 3? Zeke? Got to be one.
I think it's just Z is the first name.
Okay.
It's Z, and then there's like...
How many Z names do you know?
It's the little sister of the main guy. It's not Zamantha. I wish it was. Okay, so it's Zed is the first one.
Okay, so...
Zoe's the second one.
Zoe, okay.
And then you meet a zombie named Eliza.
Yeah, it has a Z in it, I suppose.
Liza with a Z, famously.
Yeah.
But then there's one who has like it's not Zoloft, but it's Bonzo.
Bonzovi?
Not Bonzovi.
That would have been a huge get if they would have gotten Bon Jovi and called him Bonzovi.
There are no huge gets in this movie.
Well,
there's 3 of them though, and in the third one, RuPaul plays an alien spaceship. So
plays an alien spaceship. Not an alien.
No, the spaceship. I haven't seen it yet though. I just have seen the credit as RuPaul as the alien spaceship.
Interesting.
Yeah, the dad is named Zevin.
So that's kind of
Again, it was Zed and Zoe and Zevin, and I was like, oh, and then Eliza, and I went, all right.
Eliza's excusable though. What's the main guy's name?
The main guy is Zed.
Oh, that's Zed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he dates Addison.
Addison.
No, she's not a zombie.
So
she has an S. Xanax with a Z.
On either side.
Yeah. The first Z makes a Z sound. The second Z makes an X sound.
Yeah, kind of like the Z in the beginning of normal Xanax makes the Z sound. Yeah. You want to hear the days?
Sure. I'd love to hear the days.
All national days.
All right.
Today, Monday the 25th. Mm-hmm. So we got...
Wait, today's the 25th? Holy shit.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
July has flown by.
I guess so.
So, National Wine and Cheese Day.
Great. Love that.
Simple.
Yeah.
Enjoy some wine and cheese. National Hire a Veteran Day.
I won't.
No.
I'm not going to hire anybody, so...
Can't say I will. National Hot Fudge Sundae Day. And I don't think I'll be having anything hot on that day.
Yeah, that's the thing.
We're going through some bad...
It is ice cream, but...
Take the hot.
Can't have a hot.
I'll take normal fudge.
Yeah.
But no hot, please.
No hot fudge.
No hot.
It's too hot for hot fudge.
National Merry-Go-Round Day.
Great. Love that. I don't know where a merry-go-round is.
Yeah, when's the last time you were on a merry-go-round?
Probably, there used to be a merry-go-round in the mall in Burbank.
Yeah.
So probably that was the last time I was on a merry-go-round.
So last time you were in Burbank?
No, that hasn't been a part of the mall for probably a decade now, and a half.
Okay.
So it's been a minute.
Got it. And then finally, National Thread the Needle Day. For all you Rocket League players out there. Go ahead, thread that needle.
Anybody doing something with extreme precision.
Yeah. Thread the needle.
Why don't you thread that needle?
Even sewing.
Yeah.
Thread the needle.
You kind of have to.
Yeah.
Unless you got a machine.
So that's all the days. That's it.
All right.
Let me look at the rest of it.
Nothing that's got me aghast this week. Which kind of, I'm happy about it.
On the 27th, it's National New Jersey Day.
Shout out my mom. Shout out Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. No other big days.
No other big days.
My mom will be thrilled to know that it's
National
Joyzy
New Jersey
Day. There's got to be a day for every state, though. It'd be really funny if there was like, there's no Nevada Day.
Nevada.
We're never celebrating Nevada.
Iowa, like.
Okay, you got the first caucus, whatever.
Dakota, you have to share
Weirdos.
it.
Yeah, you guys, we're not splitting them up.
Come on. You get one day.
And that's it.
You think there's 50 days in a whole year?
No.
We don't have 50 spare days.
No. We got to make sure we get hot fudge Sunday day on a Monday.
So, it's hot, right?
It is hot.
Over in the UK?
It's hot as well.
Really hot. Really hot. They're having a lot of trouble over there because their infrastructure is not built for the extreme heat.
No.
But they better start figuring it out because it's only going to get hotter. And in Europe, a lot of bees are dying.
Uh-oh. Because of the heat?
The male bees, when it gets really hot, they're ejaculating themselves and exploding.
What?
Yeah. Bees across Europe may die from the severe heat plaguing the continent this week, ejaculating explosively as they do so.
So, I'm unclear about where in the process
Yeah.
and if it's voluntary the ejaculation occurs.
So, yeah. So, it's really, really hot over in Europe. And this is all across Europe that bees are masturbating and then blowing up.
Okay.
So like hot weather really stresses out bees, and to relieve that stress, they ejaculate.
Crank one out. Okay.
Pretty simple. A lot of people do that.
Understandable.
But like 107 degrees, too hot for a bee. That's too hot. So they're getting stressed out. And with male honeybees, when they mate, they usually die after mating because it pretty much rips out their whole abdomen. So when they're ejaculating,
Okay.
they're exploding, basically. They're ripping out their whole abdomen and dying.
Oh, but now they're not even mating in that process.
No, they're getting a good one off.
And then dying.
Wow.
What a way to go.
A quote from
one of the bees.
From Dr. Allison McAfee. Ejaculation kills them because it basically eviscerates their abdomen.
Yo.
This happens during natural mating too. Drone honeybees always die after mating.
God. That's a sad life.
It is. So usually bees cool down their hive to like 95 degrees and that's as warm as they can handle it. That's pretty warm. 107 for a little guy.
Too hot.
That's too hot. So yeah, they're cranking one out.
And then they die.
And then they crank out.
Ugh. I always feel so dumb reading about the heat in England and anywhere else that's not America because they go, it's 40 degrees, and I go,
that's cold.
How
stupid.
hot is? Not even do I think like, oh, that's the cold temperature, but I'm like, I have no gauge for how. Like I know 22 is like room temp, but like is 40 degrees twice as hot as that? I don't think so.
So, because I work at the distillery, I get a lot of international tours, and throughout my tour, I'm actually making fun of America a lot because like proof. Only Americans use proof. And that's fucking stupid. Only Americans use Fahrenheit. Only Americans use fucking gallons. Like,
Fahrenheit's good, though. I think Fahrenheit's good because it's basically scale 1 to 10. How hot is it? It's 9 degrees. It's like a 9 out of 10 for hot.
But Celsius makes so much more sense scientifically.
For all that shit, yeah.
0, freezing. 100, water's boiling.
You can keep talking.
So, I've had to learn all the degrees in Celsius for all the different processes. And it's really easy for the still part because it's just intervals of 10.
Oh, okay.
But in Fahrenheit, it's like 158 to 178, 178 to 200, and then 200 to 212. So like those are just random ass numbers.
Yeah.
Like 200's kind of easy to remember, but the rest of those just fucking stupid numbers. And then there's 70 to 80, 80 to 90, 90 to 100 for Celsius. That's really easy to remember.
Yeah, that is easy.
And so I'm starting to learn a little bit of Celsius and like what's hot and what's not. But like all the temperatures I know how hot it is are boiling temperatures.
Yeah.
So it's very hot.
Yeah, if it was 70 degrees Celsius out, nobody would be alive.
Yeah, that's 158 degrees Fahrenheit. Like
You'd
that.
be dead, straight up.
Yeah, you'd cook.
Uh-huh.
You would cook. I guess the water in you wouldn't boil quite yet, but it'd be damn close.
Yeah. And you'd be pretty uncomfortable, I'd say.
Oh yeah, are you fucking kidding me?
You'd be not having a good time.
You'd just have to sit in cold water and then die by that. Just
get too cold.
get too wet. Just have leaky skin.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Have you seen the trend on TikTok where people call putting lotion on slugging?
No. Slugging?
Because you're slimy like a slug.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. But it's supposed like putting on lotion is supposed to be nice.
Yeah.
I don't really associate slugs with
being
nice.
Not even nanner slug.
Nanner slug. Funny,
Uh-huh.
not nice.
Okay.
I'd say poop funny,
Not nice.
but not nice.
That's fair. That's fair.
You know,
Yeah. I agree with that. Ugh.
that's pretty much all I have.
All right.
Bees jerking off and merry-go-round day.
Well, speaking of jerking off,
Yeah.
did you see Boba Fett?
Did I see Boba Fett like the show?
No. The guy talking about premarital sex.
Oh no.
Well, let me read you an excerpt. You're familiar with Boba Fett, the character from Star Wars.
Yeah.
This is from a 1996 book, so I don't believe it is part of the Star Wars canon anymore.
Oh.
But, in my opinion, it is.
Okay. Let's
So.
hear it, Roberta.
Fett shook his head. He sat down in the corner facing hers, moving carefully, and propped his rifle across his knees. He had to move carefully. His knees had been getting worse in recent years.
Damn. Too much sloppy toppies on Boba Fett's
I guess so. But then this is what he says. Sex between those not married, said Fett, is immoral.
Damn.
Boba Fett hates
Fett's a fucking
premarital
Mennonite.
sex. Yeah. So if you're not married, Boba Fett does not want you having sex.
Interesting.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. Boba Fett's a verge.
Uh-huh. Is celibacy part of the Mandalorian tradition?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
But I do know he's not really a Mandalorian. He doesn't
Boba Fett?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. He just has the armor.
He has the armor. He didn't really be a Mandalorian until the show The Mandalorian, which is pretty late
in his career.
Yeah.
Was Django a Mandalorian?
No.
What
With
does that
quotation
mean?
marks. You find out in The Mandalorian that he is.
Oh, okay.
There's like some convoluted line relating to Mandalorian.
Okay.
But
Is the Mandalorian, what is it? Is it like a religion? Is it just a...
Mandalore is a planet.
Okay.
And so people from Mandalore as a culture, they're very warmongering.
Mm-hmm. Well, someone's got to fight those Star Wars
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
don't they?
And they're all about like honor and victory and honor and defeat, all that, like
Very Roman.
pretty yeah, like kind of gladiatorial. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So they probably get off by just killing people instead of sex.
But is it like the group of Mandalorians? It's not a religion. Is it?
No. You're
just
you're from the
ethnically
planet.
Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like there's a culture around.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose the ethnicity of being a Mandalorian
It's like
as well.
culturally Jewish people.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Ethnically Jewish people. Okay,
Exactly.
Cool.
And some some people from Mandalore, like there's a whole little arc in Clone Wars where there's the Duchess of Mandalore, and she's like, let's like not do war anymore. Let's like be cool about shit.
Mm-hmm.
And people are like, no, that's not the Mandalorian way. We have to kill people.
We gotta fight. Okay. Got it.
So maybe she wanted sex. She has a romantic interest in Obi-Wan.
Kenobi won.
Yeah, so maybe she wanted to fuck Kenobi. She's like, look, we could fuck Jedi.
We will end wars.
We'll end wars. We'll fuck Jedi.
And we'll have sex with you and McGregor.
But the Jedi and the Mandalorians are like, look, no fucking. Jedi are like, just no fucking period. Mandalorians.
Well, because they're Roman Catholics.
Yeah, yeah. Mandalorians are like, you can fuck, but after you get married.
After marriage. Okay. Interesting.
So, but pretty much no fucking.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, Duchess Tien goes, please let me fuck this super
hot
sexy Jedi. He's so hot. Look at him.
You seen him?
God.
You seen him in the Winnie the Pooh movie?
In that accent.
It's great.
She puts on Train Spotting, and she's like, this is him at his worst.
And it's still...
He's on drugs.
And I'd help him get off them.
I can fix him.
Yeah.
So.
Are there movies in Star Wars? Not to get into Star Wars stuff.
Are there movies?
Like, is there theater in Star Wars?
Yeah. Because in episode 3, they're watching, like, when Sheev and Anakin are talking. They're watching that show. I don't know if there's film.
There's cinema.
I know there's
live music.
There's live music. I know there's sports because in episode 2 they're watching something that kind of looks like football, American football. There's probably like television because there's multiple screens on in that bar they go in on episode 2. But I don't know if there's film.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
But there is music.
There's so much music.
I think that's the hub of the entertainment industry.
Is
music,
live music.
Music and dancing.
Okay. Yeah. I could absolutely see that.
And then just sport.
Yeah. There's pod racing and there's vaguely football.
Vaguely football, and then that like horse racing, horse with long ear racing.
Yeah. Do you listen to Off Book, the improvised musical podcast?
I do not.
Well, they do it, if you can believe it.
Yeah.
It's a show where they improvise a musical every week.
Whoa.
And it's great. And there's one of the episodes where they're like somehow get into who they would be from Star Wars.
Okay.
And so the song is just, I would be the droid from the original Star Tours. And I just have that like going on a loop in my head all the time right now. That's been what I've been listening to a lot. It's surely going to be at the top of my Spotify Wrapped for playlists, for podcasts.
What race would you be in Star Wars if you were any race? What would you want to be, and then what would you actually be?
I would probably be a human. Because I'm a protagonist. I'm a main character. Yeah. What would I want to be? I don't know. I like the Twi'leks. They're fun.
They're fun. Yeah.
I feel like you only ever see Lady Twi'leks though. You know?
More often, yeah.
Is it just a quirk of their biology?
I guess.
That they're more likely to come out female presenting?
No, people just love sexy Twi'leks.
But
like Bib Fortuna is a Twi'lek.
Cassian Andor.
Cassian Andor. An undercover Twi'lek. The one like blue Twi'lek that's Sheev's advisor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, actually, I'd probably be a Gungan.
You'd be a Gungan?
I'd be the guy who goes, Jar Jar, you sat in big doo-doo now.
Oh, yeah.
What would you be?
What would I be?
What would you be? And then also, oh, he's gone.
What would Calvin be?
Yeah. Calvin, probably a gonk droid.
Maybe. Calvin would probably be that like big rhino thing in episode 2.
Oh, uh-huh. Yeah.
Kind of stupid, but kind of like just wants a buddy.
Yeah.
Me, I'd probably be a human. I mean, I am now. What would I want to be? I don't know. Love to be a rancor. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Just hang out in a pit all day.
Yeah, be blaster proof.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I don't want to be a slave rancor. I just want to be a wild rancor.
Okay.
Roman. Or Calvin would be like Salacious Crumb, the little monkey.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's probably what Calvin would be.
I can see that.
Yeah, that's my final answer.
Okay. Have you heard about the Upper East Side dog drama?
No.
Wow.
The dog drama?
It's in the French bulldog community.
Okay. So, yeah, the Upper East Side.
Yeah. So there's once a week at this dog park, there's like a group of Frenchie owners that all bring their dogs to this park.
Mm-hmm.
And it's once a week for an hour. The dogs get to hang out. The people get to talk to each other. Building community.
Yeah.
Great stuff. And they have an Instagram page where they post the like meetup dates and times, and also is like if it's too hot or if the weather's just not permitting, then she'll be like, hey everybody, don't show up it's too hot for your little dog's feet.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and then like the meetups, so far from like what I've seen, the meetups are friendly, and there's other non-Frenchies there too. It's not like they're discriminating
exclusively
against.
Frenchies.
Yeah, no, it's just like it started with like a Frenchies of Instagram page.
Yeah,
and then other people brought their
not
dogs.
just a dog meet.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
so far so good.
So far it's all good. But this infuriated someone who owns a non-Frenchie, and that person launched a Stop the Meetups account. They don't want these people to meet up. There's one post. Every week, the small dog run in Carl Schurz Park is subjected to 30 plus Frenchies plus owners during high traffic times. These dogs are all over the 25-pound limit for the run, and other breeds are not able to use it, which is against NYC park rules. Dogs from all over the city, including Chelsea, Brooklyn, and as far as New Jersey, are regularly invited to and coming to these meetups.
What?
They're upset that people not from the Upper East Side
are
going to a park in the Upper East Side.
And meeting people, just like being friendly.
Yeah.
Making friends.
They've also called the Frenchies hyperactive.
Hyperactive? Okay.
Which of the words to describe a French bulldog
is wrong?
Not one that I would pick.
Is
just
straight up
not one that I would pick. And so then the person continues, again, these meetups are for 1 hour, 1 day a week. And sometimes they're every other week. So this is about as frequently as we post our podcast. 1 hour every week, and sometimes every other week.
Oh. Okay.
They've also said the owner of the Frenchies of Upper East Side account is rude and looks down on the other breeds of dogs that are in there. Some have said that she holds court and acts very holier than thou.
So like around 0.75% of the time.
There's dogs.
There's dogs in that park.
In that park.
You can't go at
Any other time.
any of the 99.25% of the time.
No, they can't go. They can't go. And then the person who posted about it on Twitter, like, attached a video of their dog playing with some of the other dogs. There's dogs of all kinds there. You see a bunch of Frenchies.
It's a Frenchie meetup.
You see a bunch of other dogs too. And so it's been lovely to see just a bunch of other people posting in the thread, like, here's my hyperactive French bulldog, and it's just a bunch of dogs like sleeping or tongue stuck out, just looking like little gremlins.
You got to be super lonely and grumpy to go, no dogs in the dog park.
No, none allowed.
Come on, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Just trying to be friendly.
Yeah.
Find people with like interests.
Yeah, obviously you've got something in common right away. You got a dog. That's a great, easy conversation starter. Break the ice.
My stupid dog does these stupid things. What does your stupid dog do?
My stupid dog does that stupid thing too. And also, they do this little thing, which I think is just so funny. It's such a little quirk of their personality. And then the dogs have friends.
Right.
And the people have friends.
You get to meet people. Yeah.
Just seems like
dogs.
a generally good time.
And like, okay, yeah, they may be a little bit over the 25-pound limit.
That's a stupid rule.
But like, what's the max weight a Frenchie is getting?
Yeah.
If it's really plump, maybe 40.
But they're small of stature to begin with.
Yeah, it's not going that far over. Come on.
Come on. Let
That's
him
ridiculous.
play.
That
Let
is
him
ridiculous.
play. So yeah, that's the French bulldog.
This person is.
No, continue. I have breaking news to break, though.
I hope this person is being ridiculed at nauseum.
Oh yeah. I'm sure if I go to their stop the meetups, move the meetups, this account will be deleted on July 23rd.
Good.
This account was started with good intentions. We want a safe space for our dogs to play and socialize, and that's why I want people to stop meeting up at the dog park with their dogs to socialize.
So stupid.
The breaking news that I have.
Yeah.
President Joe Biden tests positive for COVID-19.
He's gonna die.
Is he?
He's so old.
But he survived everything else.
I guess so.
Wow. I don't feel the same excitement I felt when Donald Trump got it. I'll be honest.
I am more worried for Joe Biden's health than I was for Trump's health, though.
Yeah. Because Trump is one of the healthiest presidents of all time.
Yeah, he is.
His doctor said so.
He has different blood running through his veins than any other human.
He's quite literally built different.
For real.
Joe Brandon says, "Folks, I'm doing great. Thanks for your concern. Just called Senator Casey, Congressman Cartwright, and Mayor Cugnetti, and my Scranton cousins to send my regrets for meeting our event today. Keeping busy." And then it's him at a desk.
All right.
Thanks, Joe Brandon.
Speaking of built different, you've seen the pictures of Elon Musk, haven't you?
I have seen the pictures of Elon Musk. I'm not one to body shame. What a large rib cage that man has.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I got a pretty large rib cage.
But not as big as him. That's like there's a chassis in there for someone piloting him.
And I've met barrel-chested people.
Uh-huh.
Holy fuck, that's a fucking drum. That's no longer a barrel. That's a nuclear plant.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I am maybe the pastiest individual I've ever met.
Uh-huh.
But he is hospital white.
Yeah. I mean, why would he go outside?
I guess
None of his friends are out there. He loves the pooter. That's where all his friends are.
He is like grayish white.
Yeah. Yeah.
He has no blood. While Donald Trump has different blood, he has no blood.
Doesn't have any. He
no
honestly
pink hue.
looks like Michael Morbius color when at the beginning of Morbius when he's not quite a vampire yet.
Yeah.
He's just a doctor, just a small town doctor looking to cure some rare blood diseases.
Yeah.
And then he'll do it, but there's a twist. Yeah, I forget how I saw that photo. I'm sure it was on Twitter. I don't know the exact context, but I was just like, wow, that is.
I guess Trump's kind of barrel chested too.
Yeah, but Trump's got like a dump truck of an ass. So he's just a thick baddie.
Yeah. No doubt.
You seen that picture of him playing tennis?
Oh yeah.
When he's in damn.
Know that Todd Rundgren song? I want to bang on the drums all day.
I don't want to work.
I don't want to. But banging on Donald Trump, Elon Musk's torsos. I don't want to work. I just want to bang on the drums all day. It go dum 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 dum.
It really does feel like if you had a mallet, not like a tool mallet, but we're talking
a drum mallet,
glockenspiel, yeah, and you Elon on the chest, it feels like it would sound hollow.
Yeah, boom.
Yeah, there's no way that it's just like a
that is a timpani. Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Timpani, we were talking last time about how they nailed the name with Long Island. Timpani, I feel like sounds like an instrument that plays high notes, but
and feels small.
Yeah, like
timpani,
a piccolo.
Pretty big. Yeah, piccolo nailed it.
Piccolo and timpani feel like they should have very similar sonic qualities.
Yeah.
But they don't.
But they do not.
And then it pissed me off.
What would you call timpani?
Bomb.
A bomb?
Yeah.
But a bomb that's not an instrument.
That's just the noise.
So you could call it like a bombonil.
A bombonil, that's pretty good. I'm trying to think of other, like, you got your bass drum, your snare, your toms.
Tom sounds good.
You need I think less I sounds.
What about a tompowny? A tompanau.
Tompanau.
Yeah, tompanau. A tom, that's a smaller version of a tompanau.
Oh. I know there's a word for a reverse acronym. You got a backronym.
Yeah.
Is there a word for reverse etymology? Where you
No, I don't know.
create a fake word and then say that a real word is named because of that fake word?
I mean, like violin, viola.
But those are both real words.
I know, but they drive something. That's the tompanau.
And the tom. Okay. I can see it.
Yeah.
Are we at an hour? We gotta be close
We ought to
to
be,
it.
right?
Any parting words?
I don't want to work today. I just want to bang on my tompanaus.
Bang on Elon Musk's chest and Donald Trump's rump.
My Donald Trumpanaus.